We're live. Hey, y'all. I'm sorry, I was just having a little snack. Okay. 1 second. What's up, guys? Thanks for waiting. And of course, I forget water. It's all good. Ooh, don't want that one. There we go. Okay. I think we have everything. Oh, Jax. Of course he like takes off my necklace. That's a symbol. Break the chains off, right? All right, hey guys, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned the fuck on. So, we are definitely talking about Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So thank you so much. I definitely appreciate you guys being here. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, I always do intro, astrology, updates, announcements, downloads. Oh, what did I have downloads for as far as airs? Oh, for the air signs. Let me bring it to you. All right, so I'll bust that out. So at first, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do that part, and then I'm gonna go do each sign individually. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So after this live video, you guys can definitely click on the timestamps in the description box below. Also, too, you guys are welcome to tap in to receive some personalized energy sessions, spiritual guidance sessions with me. Go to vixenafterdark.com. I did update my website and they're now open because, you know, I closed them for probably over a month. So they're back open for people that were DMing me, things of that nature. So if you guys didn't know that already from the last video, last week I announced that. I have different spreads, you guys, and I'm utilizing different mediums on how you receive the messages for yourself. So go ahead and make sure you read the paragraphs on the side in the description on each one. There's also a little bubble in the bottom right hand corner as a message box. That way, if you guys are, you're kind of a little bit confused as to which one you should pick. I have the app on my phone where I automatically get those messages and I'll try and answer those in a timely fashion. If not, just hit me up on Instagram. TikTok is really flooded. Twitter's good too, okay? I usually kind of get to those faster than I do any other platform. Twitter and Instagram for the most part, because Instagram I have them categorized. I have like 4 folders in there. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm pulling up the charts now for you guys. So thank you for being here with me. Give this video a share out to your Twitter or like it, okay? So let's talk about the aspects of what's going on right now. So you guys, major shifts. Hopefully you guys had a good Kissimmee day, which was that lucky fire trine that we had the other day. Let me know, comment down below if you guys had any cool stories you want to share, okay? So major shifts. I'm definitely going to do, whatchamacallit? I'm going to do separate videos because we do have a few signs that are shifted. Mercury and Taurus, I'm definitely going to do that video because we're also in a pre-shadow phase where Mercury is slowly slipping the Kool-Aid, just very slowly. Because I know like it never affects me in retrogrades, but it does like my electronics and stuff like that every time. Hold on. One moment. So then after that, we do have the Mercury, when Mercury's going to be drunk, drinking the Kool-Aid. And then we have when they're going to start throwing up 2 weeks after that. Okay, so remember, 2 weeks before retrograde and then 2 weeks after. So it's probably not going to end until maybe the end of May-ish. Okay, I'm going to do a separate video for that. I'm also going to do a separate video for Venus is now in Gemini. Let me give you a little synopsis. So since we're talking about air signs, the other thing to know, the last few days, we have, let me see, Venus is squaring up with Saturn. So Venus is in Gemini, squaring, remember, boxing, fighting, not good, squaring up with Saturn, which is in Pisces right now. And then we also have the sun is also, you know, squaring it up with Pluto. So now I always keep it real and raw with y'all. So in the aspect of Libra, for Libras, how this is going to affect you, pretty much is going to affect your relationships and partnerships, since Venus rules Libra, which is house 17. Look at that. So there might be a couple of challenges related to some kind of conflicts or commitments, or maybe even setting boundaries with your partner, or any connections, or maybe even doing some responsibilities within your relationship, that there might be some issues there. Okay, so it kind of will affect the balance and the harmony within the connection that you have just a little bit. So it might require you just to work a little bit harder and be patient. Maybe finding some ways to compromise with your partner, right? Okay, and then just really try and be solution based. Be solution based to find the harmony. Think first before you speak, okay? Gemini, how this is going to affect you. So Mercury rules Gemini, right? And Mercury's in a pre-shadow, as well as these squares going on. So, and Venus is in Gemini. So this is going to affect your communication and your social interactions with other people. So there's going to be, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you, or you might have a couple of limitations on maybe expressing your feelings or connecting to other people to get them to understand you and to feel where you're coming from, on an emotional level. Okay, or you might have trouble tapping into someone when they're being emotional with you as well. Okay, so there might be just a couple of limitations on that, but you know, it can bring some challenges. Of course, anything, there's always, you know, a dark and a light side to everything, right? So you might even face, like, you might not even want to mess with anybody, like, as far as new connections, kind of like Drake, no new friends. Like, you don't even want to, like, you're like, I ain't got no time, as far as new connections. And right now you might not even want to be building any type of romantic connections. Like, in the back of your mind, you may want that, but you might not want to be acting in that manner right now, because of the energy. You kind of want to be to yourself. Especially if you're in a connection with someone, you might want some space right now, Gemini. So, so just be cautious. Don't be overcritical. Don't be too detached like in Aquarius, because we have the moon in Aquarius, which I'll talk about in a second. Just work on being patient and very understanding. All right. Aquarius, how the squares are going to affect you is, this is going to affect, I would say, the way you express yourself and your individuality, because, you know, you're trying to show your uniqueness, right? So you may have a little bit of challenges or limitations on just kind of being your quirky self. You know, some people might look at you like side eye, you know, so you might feel like you want to just kind of go in, but I would say utilize that energy to create, right? We're going to transmute that and just create, just go and do something that you like and just ignore it. Don't take anything personal with subjects. Let's see what else. So, and there might be some obstacles within your romantic relationships too, because the moon is also in Aquarius, which the moon regulates our emotions, right? So, when Venus is squared up, so that may cause just whatever you value within your connections. Even, like, I'd say the aesthetics of everything too that's around you. I don't know, there might be some delays within that. Just work on, just don't doubt yourself. Work on self-doubt. Think about the thoughts that you're saying to yourself. Like, don't beat yourself up. Don't be scared of rejection. Don't fear it. Just let it happen. I always say rejection is protection, right? And just really find other ways to express yourself, to be you, okay? Don't let anybody shut you down, all right? Um just just be you. I always say, be you, be authentically you, unapologetically, all right? Despite all the challenges. So really quick, let's talk about the moon. Just let me see what degree it is. So the moon in Aquarius. Oh yeah, we're really feeling it. So it just shifted. It's 4 degrees in Aquarius. I did not know that happened. That must have happened earlier today because I was super busy. So, you know, Aquarius is an air sign, right? So Aquariuses have like a more forward way of thinking. And like I said, they're very unconventional. So they do things in, you know, ways that aren't, you know, part of the social norm, right? So when the moon's in Aquarius, it's definitely going to bring for a collective, for all of you guys, for everybody, pretty much. It's just going to be like people are going to express themselves in like non-traditional ways. So however you think, like let's say for example, you know, I like visuals. So if you talk to someone and they're trying to tell you how they feel, and normally, you know, they're typically like someone that says like I love you or I miss you. Like it's just so easy, right? They're going to try to do it in many different ways. Now this could be, remember I said there's like a dark and a light to everything. So this may look like maybe love notes instead. You know, maybe they're not going to text you. Maybe they'll send an emoji or something like that. Like they're just going to, it's just going to be odd and weird. And like, you might think, oh, are they cheating on me? They talking to somebody else? Like, what's going on with you? You know, but don't think that. It's just the energy, right? This is how we utilize the energy to our benefit. We know what's going on. So, I feel like, you know, it's just going to be very, just think of it as like being innovative, right? They're trying to show you love in a different way. Just take it like that. Find the positive right now. Be optimistic, okay? And also too, remember Aquarius is like to be like the humanitarians of everything, for the most part, and they're very socially conscious. So I would say like right now everyone's kind of like putting motion and feeling into like they want justice for certain things, so people are going to be really expressing how, you know, something can become a better, we can do, there's a better way to do this, you know, we got to fight like so that could be going on too. So just a heightened sense of like being social, but you're going to be drawn into like trying to be the fixer, coming up with solutions. So that might be crazy solutions, but at least you have one. And you're in the hopes of like people are going to back you up within that, right? So there you have that. But also to remember, so since Venus is in Gemini as well, which is another air sign, but it's squaring up. So you got to think of, you know, Aquarius as an air sign too. So that's a lot of intellectual and analytical type of thinking and movement and emotion and the way we speak. So it's a lot like that. So really what makes sense, right? So knowing that it's more airy, like utilizing more cerebral energy, it may feel like people are detached. They're kind of like thrown back. Like some people might be wishy-washy too, depending on your chart, right? But for the most part, it's just gonna feel like people are kind of like aloof, or they just don't care, or you know, because that's the energy of Aquarius right now. So I would say, like, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then just kind of stay in your own bubble until we get out of this energy and we get into more a grounded space. I think the moon will go into Capricorn, I want to say, but I'm not sure. Let me check. I can check really quick, really, you know, when it gets more in a grounded energy. I think it's going to the Capricorn. Let me see. Because Aquarius is just ain't it. People might feel like they don't have any emotional intelligence. They might come off as like someone that's just not emotionally available. Like they may look like that, but don't take it like that. Oh, let's see. Can I change the day on here? Let's see. No, it's gonna go into Pisces. So then, boom, you'll start to get the flood of emotions, right? You're like, oh, you do love me. Okay, and then it'll go into Aries after that. So good. All right. So what else did I have to say about the moon? Let me see what other. So I feel like, you know, everyone's just going to want progress in some way. It's just going to be in their own way or trying weird ways to embrace like some new ideas. Also, this has to do a lot with technology as well. Don't let AI hold you captive, y'all. Okay. But I think that's it. And I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do separate videos for Venus and Gemini, Mercury and Taurus. I did all the other ones, so please make sure you guys go check out those Astro videos as well, because there may be some messages in there too for you. I'm going to actually, I don't know if I'm going to do by rising sign or by houses on these videos, but I always pertain it back to you. That way you can look at your natal charts and make sure you have that, you know, handy in your phone or printed out or something. That way you can kind of look at it, unless you just know off the top of your head where everything is placed. But those are only major aspects I want to talk about. So if you've been feeling like you want to go in a box or in a hole, or you don't want to be talking to nobody because you know this energy is not your energy, even water signs might be feeling the weight of the world, or if you have a water heavy chart, you'll just feel it. And then as far as downloads, so air signs, I feel like right now you guys are kind of in energy like dealing with this. If you feel like, you know, you don't want to feel heavy right now, I feel like air signs feel like very light, and they're just more in their divine feminine energy. Whether if you're a male or a female, you're operating more in that. Like, so aesthetic things like look aesthetically pleasing to you, like beauty and love, and you just want to like, oh, I just love you and I want to embrace you. Like, that's the energy of air signs. That's the download that I got. And so I see why. So it's more like I can just focus on my energy right now. I don't know about what you got going on, but if you're a lower octave air sign and you're just like talking shit, shooting the spit, being negative, that ain't it. You are, I don't want to say it, but you're flunked out right now. You need to do some shadow work. But so just be very careful. Really just go to the man in the mirror. Like, really look at yourself. If you always have to have a comeback, or you're very argumentative, that is far away from having the energy work for you right now. Okay. And then you're going to create something, and it's going to manifest in this, you know, materialize into a situation that you don't want to have no parts with because of what was coming out of your mouth during this time. So be very cautious. All right. So that's why I'm trying to help you out. Okay, so I think that's it for the Astro updates. Yeah, Lilith is chilling in Leo, 10 degrees still. Yeah, so anyways, I did all the other videos separately. So let's get started. I'm gonna do something a little different, guys. We're doing a sample of the intuitive seed spread that is on my website. It's not gonna go super in depth, but it'll give you like a gist. I do not use any tarot. It's all oracles and intuition, right? So we'll start with these here. And like I said, I'm going to do individual signs for you guys. All right. So let's give this a little bit of a shuffle here. So hopefully you guys are doing well. I know I'm a little late today because I was so busy. I was really out and about. It was a beautiful day today. I hope you guys got some sun. If you got some sun, sun is really doing some whole activations and really just shedding the snake skin on people, right? There's like no veil anymore. But yeah, I feel like for the most part, air signs, you guys are feeling pretty well if you're in your higher octave. You're feeling really good. You don't want anything heavy. You don't want no drama. I feel like a lot of you guys are gaining a lot of clarity at this time, especially when, you know, Mercury's in the grounded energy, but it's drinking the Kool-Aid. But yet we have, you know, Venus and the moon in air signs right now, which is great. What else? Yeah. So that's good. And we also have Pluto, you know, is in Aquarius. So we haven't, it's only at 0 degrees on a cusp. So we really haven't felt, it's still like low-key Capricorn / Aquarius. So it's not crazy right now because it's at 0 degrees. Just like the moon is not super, you know, it's only at 4 degrees, but, you know, the moon only stays there for a couple of days because it really shoots up. So, you know, but it's still cusping. So we won't see Pluto really activated. I'd probably say like several months or so. Well, we'll see, because it's going to be sitting there for 20 years, but it'll retrograde in Capricorn again. So anyways, I'm going to get started with, who's calling me? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Libra. We'll get Libra first. Libra must be quick or something. What are some past influences for Libra? The allergies are really kicking, huh? All right. And then give me a crossing or challenge. Whoa. So this one's the first one. Okay. And then what is the movement from present to future? Theory. Jeez. I'm telling you, all week these cards just been popping. And I'm doing all in order, just so you guys are aware. Okay. And then I want one for outcome. There we go. So, okay, so Libra, so what we've got here is, we've got the heart chakra, okay, card number 38, which equals 11. I've seen 11 in the past, you know, a lot. We do also have goddess of the moon, right? 52 equals 7, kind of hermit energy going within. I feel as if here you may have found some information out, possibly, okay? So now this could be pertaining to, it could be a love situation or things that you value, because we also have the door to value here as well. 13 equals 4, which, you know, financial restraint. So something could have been revealed to you. This could look like, you know, a bill that you forgot to pay, and it's like, oh shit, $1,000. So then it's kind of like you feel bad, because you know, Libra, you like to be on the up and up, especially when it comes to taking care of home and bills, and you know, you don't like to owe any debt or nothing. Like, you really don't like that because you work so hard, right? And it's just like all these things keep popping up. So it could have been shown to you, you know, this could have happened during the full moon, and also like recently. I'm in here, Jax. But also too, because it's like, you know, your value, because you have door to value here as well. 31 equals 4 again, but I feel like the angels, ancestors, everybody had your back. So all the good seeds that you put out there, I feel like, you know, it wasn't too crazy. It's like it's just a shocker or surprises that came about. And so you're kind of like, you felt kind of down, right? Kind of sad. So your heart chakra was kind of blocked. It's like, you don't love to do shit. You don't love to talk to nobody. You don't want to do nothing. You just want to take care of business, make sure that's straight. And then you can be all like, hey, what's up, guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, you always like to, it makes you feel nervous when things are out of your control. Or, you know, things that come out of the blue. So I feel like here it could have been as far as like things happening at home or with loved ones. I'm right here. Oh, you're sleepy, huh? Okay, everyone, let's say hi to Jax, because he wants a hug. Say hi, boo-boo. So I feel like it could have been with the relationships. It could have been with love. You know, finances, because that's really high right now. We got a lot of planets that are in earth signs right now. So I feel like definitely it's all about material possessions, things that you value. And I feel like, so those things kind of left you a little bit in a hostile energy. Not a hostile energy to where it's like it's end of the world, but you had your sword ready whenever you needed to. Okay, like your shadow was right next to you, like, hey, I'm ready, what's up? You know what I'm saying? When you need me. Mask off, you know what I'm saying? Kind of an energy. So, you know, that's fine, but I feel like now it's like things are starting to flow. So your movement, you took it very well. So you ended those situations, because we have here the second chakra, 36 equals 9. So those things ended. You took care of them, whatever it was, whether you had conversations, heart-to-heart conversations with the ones that you loved, if it dealt with other people or people you worked with or friends, loved ones, family members, or whether it's you kind of got your shit together and like had to talk with yourself, like, damn, well, I did kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you dealt with it, or you paid off whatever it was that you had to pay, or, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You got your money back up, because you knew your value, you know your worth. And, you know, you're like, okay, I'm finna play with myself anymore, or I'm not finna let these people play with me, like in this kind of way, whatever it was for you. So what does that entail? You know, healing, okay? Changing the thoughts, the way that you think, or how you think of others, because you maybe got hit with karma or something, like a situation reversed on you. You might not see it like that, but sometimes, Libra, you can't get out of hand with your mouth. If people upset you in a way where it's like, oh my God, and then you didn't do no shadow work. So some opportunities for shadow work here I've noticed, which is great with the Healer of Ages. That's really good. Keep doing that. So now it's like, you know what, I'm not just gonna, if you did have a financial crisis or a situation that happened, just something came out of the blue, but you took care of it, right? So now it's like, okay, I'm going to be cautious about what I invest in. Now this could be literally physical in the material world, 3D, or this could be even like esoteric money, like esoteric coins, like esoteric time and energy. Like, I'm not going to waste my time on these kind of people, that person in particular, or doing these specific things. So it doesn't have to be actual like money, but it also can relate to your time and energy, because I feel like that's a currency too, right? So so you know, things happen, right? So I feel like not too bad here at all. I feel like it's like an everyday kind of situation, and it feels like it doesn't feel heavy for the most part. So let's tap into a little bit more. You guys don't forget to press the like button if this is resonating thus far, okay? So now we're going to get into some solutions, all right? If you haven't found any already, to continue to move further, right? Because now the door has opened up for more opportunities. If you took care of what you took care of, you dealt with whatever you need to deal with, inside and out. So moving forward, right? What are some solutions for next time? Or for right now, if you're still facing challenges, okay? Ooh, delight. I like this. So, your soul is really suggesting to always take the positive route. We know some things, like you can have freak out moments. What I see is like an image of someone like saying, God damn it, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? But you still took care of it. You know what I mean? It may not be in the way that you wanted to take care of it, or when you wanted to take care of it, or how, but it got, you know, resolved. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a conversation, or whether it was paying your dues in any form or fashion to a person, place, or thing with your time, energy, and money. Jax! Oh God, this looks bad. Oh, I don't like this. Hold on, he's tapping into stuff. Hey, buddy. Okay, so we're not gonna do that, because look. Oh, Lord Jesus. All right. So anyways, next, let's go forward here. All right. And so what do we need to nurture or promote for Libra? Let's see here. Protection. That's a good one for you. I like that. Protect your energy, because, you know, Libra energy. Hey, what's up, Steve? How are you? Because Libra energy, we all know that, you know, Libra sometimes always needs someone to talk to, right? They're pretty much happy-go-lucky, and they can also provide for people. They show their love more with material wealth, in a sense, for the most part for Libras. I don't want to say it's hard, but it's rare that you're kind of see a Libra tap into their emotions openly with just anybody. Like, you gotta really you gotta dig deep with a Libra. Like, they gotta really like know your bones, you know what I'm saying? So Libra, I feel like that's good. So you need to promote more protection with your time, with your energy. Don't just give it to anybody. Don't just buy anybody anything, because they could look at you like a meal ticket. And really just value who you are, door to value, right? So I love that. It's getting harder. Huh? What's getting harder? So protect your energy at all times, you know, whatever rituals or anything that you do, I would say, like, tap into that even before you walk out of your house, you know, cloak yourself, you know, shield yourself, cloak your energy, whatever you need to do. Okay, just really promote that within, and tell everybody else too. Let them know, like, hey, you know what? It's okay to say no, Libra. You don't have to go to every little thing, right? Okay to say no, to protect yourself, okay? Let's see here. What else is needed at this time for Libra to resolve? Ooh, trust. This could be a hard one for Libra. This takes me back to like things that could have happened in your past as far as trust goes. I feel like here that'd be something, a new leaf to turn over. And I'm not saying just to trust anybody like right off the gate, right? But you have to utilize your discernment, or else you're gonna be like a sinking ship if you just kind of tell everybody your business, what you got going on, and just throw them money or whatever. You got to be able to like have people earn their esoteric coins with you. Period. Okay. What's something that Libra needs to work on? Work on being pure. Just be honest. Just let people know what's up. Be transparent, I would say, what the purity card is. And, you know, look at the two different color eyes, too. It's kind of like sometimes I put a quote up on Twitter, I think it was earlier today, like, that was a download that I got. It was like, something about like don't speak, just listen or something. Like listen a little bit more, because you know you guys are talkers, but just observe and just listen a little bit more. Still operating your energy, you know what I'm saying? Just don't allow people to just walk all over you and like use you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you can be tough and you can say all of that stuff, but then when you get in the midst of mingling and, you know, with coworkers and friends and all that, you might get a little relaxed, a little comfortable, and then all of a sudden you just spent $600 to buy somebody a washer and dryer and shit for their goddamn birthday or some shit. You know what I mean? And then boom, they ain't friends no more. Y'all ain't friends no more. Y'all ain't talking. So just, you know, just be aware. Just be a little bit more you and like tell people, look, you can't fuck with me, you can't fuck with that. Let them know your values, beliefs, morals, boundaries, things of that nature. Okay. What is something that you need to heal? Success. Everyone's getting this week. So as far as success, I definitely would feel, I feel like Libra, you know, you need to be reassured before you take a step and say yes to something. It's like you could be very indecisive. It could take you a very long time to make decisions. And so you kind of want to see success in other people first. Like, wait, before I buy this spray to make sure it'll clean my car, did you buy it first and did you try it out? It's kind of like that energy. Like you want to see that, oh, okay, it's good. Okay, I'm going to buy that. You know what I'm saying? Like you always make sure like it's been done or it's been out there in the world already before you even embark on anything or make a decision. So I feel like with you, that looks like to the universe as like, you can't be successful with just trying something first or on your own to figure it out. So remember, operating in your north node looks like that energy, trying something without having to find out if Tom, Dick, and Harry did it first, to really know if something really works, right? Doing it yourself, having your own experience. And that also will build your confidence, and that also makes you more of a decisive Libra. Knowing what you want, because you could be like, you know exactly what you want on your sandwich, but as far as like buying like anything that's like a huge investment, like something for your house or your car, or whatever it is, it's like you're like, wait, hold on. Or going somewhere you don't know, like who's going, what's there, I don't know if I like it, kind of an energy. Like, so I feel like just working on knowing that you can be successful at whatever it is that you get your hands on. You just have to believe it in yourself first, right? I know there's a lot of things going on right now in the world where it's like pumping, like fear mongering like crazy, pushing doubt, not allowing you to think and just being clouded because you got your own shit going on. And then, they're just throwing this and this and this. Distractions. They're all distractions to get you in that energy. So let's get out of that. Only control what you can control and continue to work on yourself. And that will deem you as success. And always ask yourself, what is success? It's different to everybody else, right? What's the underlying message here for Libra? If it wasn't for your super psychic intuitive abilities, tell me, who are you and what are you doing here? So what, your underlying message? Healing chaos. I literally just kind of low-key said this. It could feel like we're going through a tornado. Life is all about perspective. and what you allow to feed your mind with, whatever it is you watch on TV. If you watch the goddamn news, which I don't recommend, you know, if you're always on social media and you're looking at, you know, and believing everything that you see and hear, you're not utilizing your own intuition, your own gut. I feel like it's, and then you also have your own things going on, whether it's at home or internally. It's just like a lot, right? You could wear many hats in your life, you know? And so it's kind of like the underlying message for you is like, you healed this situation as we talked about earlier, right? But I feel like, what if you didn't have money to, you know, help you in that situation? What else? You know, think of like unconventional ways, as the energy that we're in right now, to being unconventional. Uranus and Taurus, Pluto and Aquarius, Moon and Aquarius, Venus and Gemini squared up. So it's like, what kind of solutions can you come up with? Like, really use your brain instead of like using someone else's. Like, what would you do, Libra, to really help heal and bring solutions more into your life? So it's kind of like getting your own gears grinding and trusting in yourself would be ideal versus like kind of looking outside. It's kind of like a person looking out the window. Oh, they put their trash cans out? Okay, I'm gonna put mine out too. All right. Like, no, like you be the trendsetter. Like you start some shit, right? And know that you can do it. You can do it. Where's that from? I don't know why that just came. All right. So next, oh, I just heard Aquarius. So we're going to go to Aqua Babies. No TV, no social media. What the fuck else is there? I work like a dog. Implausible, worried about bills. Oh, that's Libra energy. That's Libra energy. Sometimes you gotta take a break and relax. You guys are like, you work yourselves to the bone. Like, you probably fall asleep on the couch, huh? Right after you get off work. Because you're so goddamn tired. You don't even have time for yourself. It's more about like having a balance, right? Libra, you're all about balancing the scales. You have to figure out how to find a balance. Like work, love, inner child, play. You gotta just kind of, you gotta find a balance, because then when you don't, then if you catch yourself being upset and angry and aggressive and just kind of like popping outside of your neck like so quick when you react to things, that's how you can tell you need a break, you need rest, you need a massage, you need some love, you need a hug, you need just to indulge a little bit and enjoy life for everything that you know, put your blood, sweat, and tears into, whether that's your own business or working for somebody else. No matter what it is, you really have to find that balance, because if not, you're just going to be stressed, and you know, all of your dreams and goals, aspirations are going to go to the grave, and you're just going to be like, I don't know, living kind of like a robot in a sense. You know, you don't want that. Okay, we're doing Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, however you want to take that. So let's go ahead and do past influences. Give me 2 for Aqua. And then let's do a challenge or something that you're crossing or a situation. Okay. And what's the movement, present to future? Ooh. Okay. And then give me a little bit of an outcome here. 1. Yeah. Nobody does what I want. An airbed. Oh my god, a mixed bag of nuts. So Aqua Babies. I feel like here, so your past influences, it looks like here you're definitely trying to take action and creating some type of plan. Like Aquarian energy right now, so you also could be feeling, since Pluto's in Aquarius, but it's not really hitting right now. Venus, excuse me, Venus is in Gemini. We have the moon in Aquarius right now, and also what's going on in the world. So you can kind of feel like, you know what, I need to switch shit up. So what does this look like? you could be a person that's been like, you've been trying to really figure out, how do I live a no alarm clock life? Like, I just want to wake up when I want to wake up and do what I want to do, tend to my family when I want to attend to it, you know, just kind of like live this. To you, it can feel like unconventional, because why, you've been doing the same thing, the life of being like living a monotonous kind of a life for so long. It's just kind of like, it would be like a dream. It'd be like, what can that happen? And you see other people doing it, and I feel like you're still putting pedal to the metal. It's just like you just been plotting and planning and journaling and logging and, you know, manifesting and just pen to the pad and just trying to stay on top of things and really just trying to, you're like really pushing, because you have this vision, you have things you want to do, places you want to go. Not saying that you're not doing that now, like I feel like you could be traveling and taking action and seeing the world here, okay? Because you do have strategy. You also have action here as well. You know, it's like you want to see, you want to feel and live in the abundant things that come to you, right? So looking at the world and seeing how crazy it is. We do have an eclipse, a unique eclipse coming up too, and that kind of reminded me of it just a little bit. But I feel like here definitely it's like you standing there. Like, imagine yourself like, I don't know, you're at a river and you got some peace and quiet to yourself, and it's like you walked on the boardwalk and you're at the end of it and you're just like all these pictures, videos, memories, news, everything that things are, whatever's going on. It's kind of like you see the darkness in the world and you just want to shine bright. It's like you want to help people, you know, be happy, go lucky. So you're probably engaging more in activities that feel good to you. You know, what does this look like? Maybe buying certain things online, maybe tapping into, like if you're geeky, like on the computer, creating stuff. Maybe shopping at your favorite store all the time and telling people about all the things you bought. You know, it's like, it may, like outside lens, like outside looking in. I know sometimes people don't get you, Aquarius, but it's like you're just tapping more into the things that are more of a comfort zone for you. Still in the background though, you're still trying to create this master plan so you can celebrate life, you know? I feel like certain things do come to you, but then they just go away. It's like, damn it, like that relationship didn't work. Well, that was a waste of time and energy. Next. So I feel like because you have the deceit card here, so, you know, some things could have happened to where it's like, ugh, like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, whoever, like, you know, people could have like done you wrong, whether this is like coworkers or friends or, you know, people that you try to date or in a relationship, or maybe even deceiving yourself in a sense, like living in la la land, because you do have Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. So you could be like, oh, this could be so great, like he's got a kid, I got a kid, they're the same age, this could totally work out, we're both air signs, oh my god, this is so cool. And then like, pew, like they show you something and then you're just out of there, right? So you're like, next. I've got options, you know? So it's kind of like you have to just be patient with yourself here. Do you have the patience card, especially about the things that you tell yourself? Kind of like maybe it's like sometimes you got to sit back and sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board, and sometimes you have to really get in hermit mode and don't take it as a loss, take it as a lesson, and then move in a different form or fashion, right? So I feel like some of you guys are tapping into your spirituality. This is your happy place, like, you know, talking to God or Gaia, the divine, angels, ancestors, whoever, right? Your higher self, and that makes you feel so good. And then getting outside and like traveling, because Temple to Path is outside at a park, right? So getting outside, taking that airplane trip, going on a vacation, whether it's even just for like 3 days, you know, this could be like watching your kids having adventures and you participating in them. Just getting out with friends, like, you know what, I just need to, you know, decompress. I need like a girls' night out, or, you know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like for you, you know, to get through what you want to get through, or what you're trying to get through, and where you're trying to go. Okay, so this looks like also to indulging in maybe like your creative activities. I feel like you're not doing that as much, but you need to be. Don't be so caught up here, you know, like take action. Okay. I know Mars is in Cancer, boo, so it's not happy there, but try and take, you have the action card, right? So still try and take action, really still don't let that 9 to 5 take over, you know, really take some time out for yourself, you know, create, indulge in those things that you want to do, you know, play video games, bust out the inner child, whatever it is you got to do to stay sane, keep doing it. Like, don't you know, let that stuff go. Don't make people feel like, you know, you can't be loved or they can't befriend you or anything like that. It's just, they just don't get you yet, and you probably aren't so easy to open the door because of what's going on right now in the world. It's kind of hard to trust. I wonder if that card's going to pop out for you right now too. And then it all goes back in the box. Defeat. Yeah. Defeat. Yeah, you feel kind of defeated sometimes. It's like, "Rrr." And then you go back to like ghosting or ignoring or like starting from scratch, or but that's the part of life, right? I always say we have to, no matter it's the worst situation in the world or it's the best, you just have to really try and pick up those pieces from the rubble and rebuild again, right? Build yourself back up again, and enjoy the journey. Because I know I've been through hell and high water, and I admit and I take accountability for the things that I've allowed to happen and things I got myself into. But it's like, I don't regret any of it because it got me here today. And I'm still motherfucking standing. I still got my crown on, standing on 10 toes. Okay, I'm good over here. And, you know, I'm closer to, you know, my spirit team and things of that nature. So I'm divinely guided and protected at all times. Anybody tries to throw anything at me, oh, psh. Return to sender ×3. Okay, they gonna feel that. You can't do it with me. I can feel when people are tapping into my energy. It ain't, you don't want them problems. Okay, so let's come up with some solutions for you, aqua babies. Okay, let's see here. So let's see what is a positive solution here for you. Potential. So tap into that, unlock your potential, right? See how good it can get, see how far you can go, you know, exhaust all your possibilities, like still keep trucking, still keep going, don't give up. I just literally just said that, right? Alchemize or transmute the energy and just create, do what you love to do and do what makes your soul feel good, but still try and operate in your north node and gain new experiences. You don't want to stay too much in your comfort zone and duck away and hide away from people because that's where it's comfortable, because then you're never going to really experience life, right? So still continue to do those things that you want to do and unlock the potential that's within you. All right. Give me something else. What do you need to nurture here? Yeah, embrace the change. Embrace who you are. You're so unique. And you know, there is a heart of gold there, but I feel like sometimes, like I said, people can look at you as like a cold piece of work, kind of like Queen of Swords energy, or like Ice Queen or Queen Bitch, you know, like people like to call, but you have a heart, you know what I mean? It's just like only certain people can really unlock that energy within you. And then once it's like you kind of let your guard down and then you get screwed over and you're just like, oh man. But what is that? An opportunity for healing, right? So that we don't bring on the baggage to the next connection. So, or take it out on anybody else and start projecting, you know. Just continue to work on yourself and really embrace the dark moments, really embrace your shadow self, because we need our shadow, aka ego, at some times in our life to let people know, like, we mean, you know, we ain't playing, okay? And not be passive aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I'm not gonna do. So embrace both sides of yourself and all of you. All of you, you know, really love yourself, okay? What's something that the quality that's needed to really resolve? Oh, I got bad habits to address. I get off on putting people in their place. Wow. Healing chaos. So I feel like you feel like that's an ongoing thing. I kind of just talked about that a little bit. So maybe the way you go about healing the chaos, maybe there's change your perspective. Maybe there's different ways of doing it. You don't always have to have one up on somebody or feel like you're like Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all, you know what I'm saying? Because that can really come off as an energy where it's like, you're going to think like, damn, well, people are running and scattering away from you, you know. It's all about how you respond to anything in life and then how you are seen, you know. You always got to look at the man in the mirror and really, you know, am I doing X, Y, and Z? Like, really kind of check it out. If you're like in a deep, dark spot and you're letting your shadow run you, oh, you got a lot of work to do. Because you don't want your shadow to run your life. That doesn't look too great, because then you start to lose kind of a lot of things around you. You'll start to recognize things aren't working. It always feels like a never-ending, dreadful movie, and you don't want that, right? So what do you need to work on? Woo! You need to work on forgiving others. Yes. Yeah, I did feel like a little bit of a projection kind of an energy. I'm not saying that we're going to forget, but it's really good to forgive. Let me give you a story. So it's like, I was in a connection where I thought I was going to be like match made in heaven. 20 years later, we even find each other, try it again. And then all of a sudden, it was like doomsday again. And it was like, why did I do that? But there were still some lessons that I needed to learn from 20 years prior, right? So 20 years later, I you know, wrapped those lessons up in a bow. I got it this time. I was in a whole nother energy, but yet it still hurt. And I was like, I could have been the person that was like, I hate you. Oh my God, kicking and screaming and trying to like do revenge like I did in the past. But this time around, I didn't, because why? I forgave the person. I loved them unconditionally. I actually even tried to give them an opportunity to, you know, admit to me all the things that I knew that they didn't know that I knew. Because people came to me with like proof, pictures, videos, text messages, all, you name it. And I was like, okay, and they still didn't. So one day I just kind of had to, like, that kind of an energy I just cut off, because it was like narcy to the max. And you know, long story short, but I still forgave them, so I was able to move on. And you kind of walk in a different energy. It's lighter, you're not holding a badge, because then you carry on their energy too. And I was doing that for years, okay? Trust me, it didn't feel good. So always try and forgive so you can move on, because then doors start to open for you, and you'll start to have opportunities and things of that nature when you walk in an energy of forgiveness. You feel like so much lighter and happier. And then also you start to put those memories in the archive, in the folder in the back of your mind, because our brains are like computers, right? And you just totally kind of forget some stuff. You kind of like low-key black out in some instances, like until you might be aka triggered or reminded, a scent, a smell, a movie, a picture, a video, a song, whatever. But you don't look at it as an actual negative trigger. You just think of it now as like, oh, yeah, You're like, I kind of wonder about that person. I hope they're well. Like, instead of like, oh God, you know what I mean? So forgiving is everything. If not, if you don't forgive, you're always going to be projecting. You're always going to bring baggage. You're always going to be thinking in a pessimistic way first versus the optimistic way. Okay. What do you need to work on? Oh wait, did we just do that? Yeah. Healing. What do you need to heal? Operating in your power. Because I feel like you kind of give away your power when you're in the energy. So I feel like you're putting your power maybe towards things that are negative or could be destructive to you internally. You might not even know you're doing this. This could look like someone that is like a pathological liar, right? You know those people, and they just believe their own lies, and they start to just kind of live like that, and they can't remember who they told their lies to. It's kind of the same kind of energy. Not saying you're that, but it's just give you an example of what that looks like when you're just using your power and putting it in places and people and things that aren't really helping you at the end of the day. You know, it's like you could be conjuring up like, you know, just wishing bad on people, or just thinking of them in a negative way, like saying ill, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to talk about that. Like, like, just look at how you're responding, and you'll see where you're at and what you need to work on and what you need to heal. Okay. Because we got this electrifying kind of an energy, you know, it's like the thunder and the lightning. It's like you could just really be in full on attack, and you just won't stop until you kind of you get that outcome that you want, whether it's good or bad. You just kind of and you just keep throwing it. But you got to be careful of who you mess with out here, because you don't know somebody's ranking in the spirit realm. You better be careful with that. Okay, so what's the underlying message for Aqua babies? Diligence. So what I say, what's that look like? You better do the work. Okay, do your own due diligence, honey. Do the work. Just work on yourself and work on those things and becoming more optimistic and more happy and doing what you love and just pushing that out. You really gotta like really embrace who you are too, as like, you know, down in your natal chart, if you haven't already, really dissect it and master yourself. And then you can, like, you know, if your chalice is full, you can, and you're overflowing with love then, and you feel like you're at a good point of healing, then you can go ahead and pour into someone else, right? So yeah, that's your spread, Aqua babies. That one kind of low-key gave me a headache. I'm not even gonna cap to you. My head was like, I just felt that, like, Aquarius. All right, next we're gonna go into Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's check it out. You guys don't forget to thumbs up the video or share it out. Helps the video circulate and percolate. Then you download a new app and it all changes. There's a little way to keep it in, huh? Yeah, whatever you want to receive, you gotta put out that energy. You know what I'm saying? So clearly, if you're just all putting out negative energy, that's what you're gonna get back. If you put out positive energy, clearly that's what you're gonna get back. Just tap into the universal laws. Maybe take a refresher on those. Okay, so good. You got Gemini and Venus. In the beginning of the video, I just talked about how that's gonna affect you guys. So it's gonna be just with communication. The effective ways of how you communicate, especially because Venus is squared right now with Saturn. Okay, so you can rewatch that later. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs. Let me do another shuffle because that spread was woo-wee. Gemini, what are some past influences? What's the crossing situation or challenge? Ooh. Yeah. Okay, what is the movement from present to future? Ooh, okay. And then give me the outcome. Alrighty. Gemini, where we at? How we doing? How y'all feeling over there? So, past influences, okay? We do have attachment, number 5 equals changes. And then we do also have the first chakra, which is your root chakra, 35 equals 8. So, I feel like as far as the past, you could have been attached to a person, place, or a thing. This could have left you at a low vibration kind of an energy where lusty, sex, you know, like just up and down emotions, I feel like here, attached to something that just really wasn't good for you. And I feel like at the time you probably didn't know, but you wanted to see the good. You wanted to try and figure this out. You wanted to make it work, whether it's you working on something, whether it was a connection or some type of ship you're sailing with someone. You really just tried to maybe figure things out a little bit. And I feel like you unlocked something. It's kind of, because we have the key is missing here, right? We have door to romance, number 33. You've been seeing a lot of 333. I feel like it's like you started to really kind of transmute that energy as far as the root chakra, right? Because we could be vibing real low. That's like the lowest chakra, right? So I feel like you started to use that creative energy, transmute it or alchemize it, and then you're like, okay, now I can open my heart up. I know somebody out there got the key, whether this was like a message to you that was saying, oh, this is my soulmate, this is my twin flame, or or now it's like, okay, now I know how to open up and take myself out of this cage and release myself from that attachment. So releasing yourself from all attachments, letting people go, whether it's family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, whoever it was. It's like, or just yourself, like letting that part of yourself kind of go. So this is, I see heavy shadow work because of all this dark energy around, and then it's on that low chakra here, but moving into an energy where it's like, okay, now I got all these messages, I got confirmation, like I know how I should move, what I shouldn't be participating in anymore. It's like you unlocked so much information about yourself, how to move forward. It could have been so much work. It could have been very emotional, but it's like a lot of releasing and you needed to do it. Okay, so that's why now it's like, okay, now I know how to love myself. Like you found a new kind of love for yourself. And you also know that there's also someone out there. So I love this for you because it's like, I'm still accepting that I can still have a happy family. I can still have kids. I can still live the life that I want. I'm not letting anybody or any type of situation stop me from loving myself and, operating in the fullest, right? So like I said, storm warning, new beginnings is starting to happen. You closed out those cycles. That's card number 10. So you really closed out a lot of karma, all that karmic energy. You really like probably even passed some spiritual tests that were given to you over a period of time as well. And it's like new beginnings, right? Because 10 right after that is 1, to a new beginning, new journey. Think of like tarot card, the Fool cards, new journey. I'm packing my bags, I'm ready to go. It's like you started embracing, who you are, what you want to do, setting boundaries, really opening yourself up to like the possibilities of things, really still searching. You're still like on a path to soul searching because we have card number 43 here, which equals 7. So this looks like deep diving and learning, gaining new knowledge, utilizing the skills that you have, really like just getting tuned and tapped in and turned the fuck on. And the man holding a coin is what? You holding space, right? Reserving your time and energy. And also it could be your money. But I feel like it's more of like time and energy. Like you're not just going to give your time and energy to anybody. You know how valuable you are. You know your value, and you only want to give it to whoever based on a situation that's happened to you in the past, right? Only people that are deserving or that reciprocate the energy. So I feel like, but at any time though, Gemini, the sword is ready, honey. Mask off, let's go. Now this is not a bad card. This is just saying, to get what I want, I'm not going to be a pushover. I'm not going to be passive aggressive. I'm going to be real as day. I'm going to let people know what's up. That's like also, utilizing your throat chakra, because he's like bare arms open. He's got like a, a warrior tattoo on his arm. So it's really like, hey, it's ready. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get over on me. You can't sweet talk me. I know who I am. I might have been unsure before, but I know now and I'm ready. I'm like ready. I'm full on ready. So now it's like really opening up. And now it's like, now it's like sometimes I feel like there is a teeter totter with the energies. It's kind of like, now it's like you have this vision. Okay, you could still be sitting in energy. Okay, now I'm not where I want to be yet. So you could be looking at people, places, and things. People could be envying you right now at this time, or it's still kind of like, you know what? Like one side of you, like your shadow side, Gemini, you're like multiple personalities, right? One side of you is like, I could get that, I can have that, whatever. I know I could have did this, that, whatever. And then the other side could be like, damn, like I got this, like I can do it. So I feel like there's a teeter-totter sometimes, and this is all about trusting your gut and your intuition the first time, okay? Not going outside of yourself and looking like I can kind of be that, I can do this. So I feel like this is more like you're still in the energy of you're like protecting yourself a lot, and you have lots of boundaries. And I feel like at the same token, it's like you're still working up towards, you know, where you want to go, what you want to do, how you want to do it. It's like kind of putting the pieces of the puzzle together to see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, kind of an energy. You got a lot of probably things in the works here, okay? Okay, as far as like, you know, investments, like you could be investing in yourself right now at this time. So I feel like here it's like you're working towards that. And now that you're actually know who you are and all those things too, you could be your auric field could just be so bright, and some people could know what's going on with you and they're gravitating towards you now. They're like, yeah, because now you've opened yourself up. It's kind of like you, in a sense, like cracked a code, or you had a breakthrough moment here with this door opening up for you right here, right? And that came with, you know, emotional roller coaster tornado kind of energy, but you had to release. You had a lot of things to release, a lot. And so when you release a lot, that's why air signs are feeling very light, because I feel like you guys are in a mode of releasing a lot of shit. So now you're like this bright, like oracle kind of an energy, and now you're able to have people look at you like they're envious and jealous of you. So, and you might, you know, you might catch a few snide remarks off of that, or you might see that whether you're on social media platforms or in person, at work, with family, whoever. You might just feel it or get it, you know, be in it, but don't let it get to you, because you have places to go. So don't get caught up in their fuckery. Just be you and be you to the fullest, okay? Because you're supposed to teach, like Gemini, you're supposed to be like a master teacher, okay? So let's see here. Let's figure out some solutions for you as well. So give me a positive solution. Voyage. You need to get out. Now, this could be going on a new journey within self, within you. You know, traveling to different chakras within your body, because you could have been trapped in a certain chakra within you, so you're operating in a certain frequency, right? So now it's like you got to get that energy moving. So what does that look like? You know, you could be tapping into new things, hobbies, whatever, new adventures for yourself and going on the voyage, right? Or you can literally physically be wanting to travel, or maybe take a trip, or just to get away. You're in this dolphin kind of an energy. You're just like, yeah, just like kind of going with the current. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, either you're doing that, or it's a suggestion for you. Let me just shuffle a little bit here. All right, so now let's go ahead and tap into hide under the porch with the little dogs. That's sweet. Let's figure out what you need to nurture and promote. Ooh, damn, we got 3. And I just said it, adventures. Jax. Boom, adventures. Literally going out, going out in nature. We've got birds here. You know, water. Ooh, we've got water here. This could be spiritual baths or going to the ocean. I don't know what the weather's looking like over there, but you know, getting outside, okay? Really, how can you operate in your purest form? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's time for you to kind of take a trip. Now, this could be like astro traveling, or just taking your mind away from whatever's going on and taking it to another location, to another place. Literally just your mind, but also it could be your mind, body, and soul, physically hopping on a plane and going somewhere, or even just taking a drive and listening to music. You know, it could be any of those things here. We also have release, okay? Continue to release and let it go. I think that's another solution for you, is to continue to release. I have here, like, it feels like during autumn time, you low-key started, and then it's starting to come even more. And now we're, you know, spring energy. So I feel like things are starting to blossom for you as you continue to release, right? And then we also have here, you need to promote stillness, kind of like going within. So this looks like, you know, maybe secluding yourself, saying no, staying in, you know, finding self-care routines and activities, doing things by yourself, sitting alone. And whether this is like sitting in your own demise or even just being alone, just in your happy space and place, you know what I'm saying? It could be either or. All of it, just really embracing all of that, because that's when you get the messages. That's when things click. That's when things kind of come together, right? And you start to really figure shit out. That's when you're listening to God instead of like, you know, speaking to. So I like this for you here. So promote more of that and nurture more of that energy. Okay, just keep going at it. What's needs to be resolved here? I'd said this just, didn't I say this a minute ago? Purification. Operating your purest form. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Fuck it. Like, just literally live for you. It's kind of like the damned if you do, damned if you don't. I know it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. Did I say that right? I think I said that right. Some of you guys could be, you know, more introverted, especially what's going on, because that's like, you know, so it's like you have to now kind of get out of that a little bit and start to change and figure out, why are you like that? Why are you closed off? There could be some opportunities for shadow work there. And then really, like, you know, release, because there's rain there. So that's like, cry it out, punch a pillow if you need to. I'm not promoting violence, but I'm just saying sometimes you just got to find different ways to release things. Stand under the shower, just really like making sure you're, you know, cleansing in all different kinds of ways. Cleansing your mind, your space, your energy, your aura, all of it, right? That way you can come out and you'll be comfortable with just being like, what's up, Gemini's home? I'm here. You know what I'm saying? What do you need to work on? Whoa. Work on, yep. Look at that. Tapping into spirituality. Really tapping into the unknown. I feel like that's what wonders are with this crystal here. What are the things that you have questions about? I feel like there's so many things that you're wondering about, so much knowledge that you've obtained and you might not have the answers, or so many things that are interesting to you that you want to tap into. And that's kind of the energy that we're in right now, especially when Venus is in Gemini. And then also we have all these earthly signs going on. Everyone's worried about their money, finances, material gains, all that stuff. So it's kind of like you tapping into that. I feel like you're really like, that would be a good thing for you right now to really focus on that. Put your energy towards that, because that could also, you can figure out more about yourself, because Geminis are more of like, you're supposed to, you're here to teach something. You're here to say something. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be doing something, right? Whether it's writing, speaking, you gotta like, I think that'll help you. You might find like an avenue or a niche in your studies of knowledge and things of that nature, and then boom, it's gonna blossom something beautiful for you. Okay. Let's see, what are we on here? So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you need to heal. Embracing how to be free. Embracing how to be free. What are the ways that make you feel free? What are the things that make you feel free? What is freedom to you? You could be working towards that. Maybe that's something that I feel as if maybe you couldn't freely be yourself. You couldn't really have the freedom of speech. You couldn't really freely express your emotions. So what are those things that you didn't get to do, and try and start doing them now, right? And take risks. So that's really like taking risks. It literally came out with that as well. Tap into the unknown. North Node activation, baby. And I feel like that's fire energy too, to take action. Okay, now's the time to tap into new shit. Try new things. That's the energy, right? Pluto and Aquarius, Uranus and Taurus. Tap into the new. Just do it. So what's the underlying message for Gemini? That's your underlying message, truth. Operating, okay, within your true identity. when you do that, and when you're honest with yourself, guess what? All the reflections you meet, people, other energies, right, that come to you, either they have to spill the truth to you, like your Dr. Phil or Mrs. Phil, or that's what they're going to be promoting as well, just like you. Okay, so being very authentic, very transparent, not really biting your tongue or hiding anything anymore. Because for what? You know, I'm not saying tell your business to everybody, but be honest with how you feel. Be honest with what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want around, who you don't, what you finna fuck with, what you not finna fuck with. It's just that simple. Period. And look at this face too. So I feel like maybe also too, someone has a message for you. Maybe they need to speak to you and tell you something that they're not telling. But this could also be your higher self, like telling you, like, just be honest, like, do what you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, it could be that. And figure out why you need to be doing these things too, how it can benefit you in the long run. So that is your spread, air signs. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapping and turn on. Thank you for everybody that was watching live. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and click the bell, and check out all the other Astro videos that are coming up. And don't forget to go to my website if you want a personalized reading just for you, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.